many of us know young people, by which you say 18 and younger. And there is a determination, which again is not understandable, from the authorities worldwide to vaccinate all of these young people. And this is for something that does not pose them any mortal harm. And it's also for something, the consequences of which to their growing bodies are not known to anybody. And there's not a doctor in the world who knows for sure, because it's simply all up in the air at the moment. And the consequences of these things are not going to be known to anybody properly for several years. But what we do know is that the disease itself poses no mortal risk, virtually no mortal risk to any child. Yet the system is trying to get us to vaccinate these children with this vaccine. Now, the Health Service Executive of the Republic of Ireland put out a document last week, basically trying to defend their decision to register vaccination for children aged 12 to 15. And they said in it, it is rare that COVID causes serious illness, hospitalizations or death in children. 1 in 100,000 children who get COVID-19 have to go to hospital. Okay, 1 in 100,000. Let's believe that's their evidence. You keep reading, as I have done, you keep reading side effects in children aged 12 to 15. Vaccines can cause side effects, blah, blah, blah. Very rarely, some children aged 12 or over develop inflammation of the heart called myocarditis and the outer lining of the heart, pericarditis. The risk of myocarditis is higher in boys after their second dose. Data from the United States estimates that the risk of myocarditis in boys aged 12 to 17 is about 1 in 16,000. Okay? So here is the the Health Service Executive of the Republic of Ireland saying that the risk to COVID in children is 1 in 100,000, but if you get an injection, the risk of getting myocarditis if you're a boy is 1 in 16,000. So why would you take an injection where you're going to be at greater risk of myocarditis than COVID? It makes no sense at all. It makes no sense at all. There is no sense to that. But this is what is being pushed out in the Republic of Ireland, and it is coming our way in the United Kingdom. And what we have to rely upon is men and women of goodwill in our Parliament and in the devolved assemblies who will just raise these matters, and they don't have to be considered to be conspiracy theorists or anything like that, if that's their fear. They just need to point out that, there's no risk to a child from COVID. And what we do know, or rather what we don't know, is what the possible risks, serious or otherwise, might be of the vaccine. So there's literally no point in giving them this vaccine. And in the worst situation, it could be bad for them. We just need somebody to say that. And here in Scotland, we have 129 MSPs. As I've just said earlier, they're on £64,500 and they have a job security until 2026. They have 5-year job security. Even if their party chucks them out, they can sit as an independent until 2026 on £64,500. Now, at that kind of level, you would like to think that there will be some man or some woman of goodwill who will be prepared to stand up and say what I've just said. And if they do that, they will make a name for themselves. And rather than being one of these anonymous backbenchers that we never ever hear about, never ever care about, and never even knew existed, they will actually become somebody. They will be somebody. And they'll be more than somebody. They will be, to many people, a hero.